Forged in the lockdown! Hello and welcome to Critical Questions, the Unfathomable quiz. I've trawled the internet for the best, worst, most interesting and ridiculous dumb questions I can find. And with any luck, my guests will be able to answer all of them. Why are you giggling already? Today we have got with us, apparently, Dave Areno. Scientist Mel.
Howdy.
Jenni Morgan, not Dave. That's you.
I forgot.
It's like Morganaut. Not Morgan, not. It's Morganaut.
Morganaut Dave.
Apparently Dave Areno looks hot.
Ah.
Is it warm in there?
Thanks, Math Big.
We have Mr. Godless Scummer.
Ahoy. Who doesn't look quite so hot.
And we have got my round his head.
Good evening, my
Who
friend.
looks even less
Around
hot
his
than
head?
me.
Are you dyslexic, Dave?
No.
No, just working with Stool. Would you like to? Would Stool like to tell us about the pulsating testicle thing? 'Cause you know felt the need to tell us about it beforehand, so why not share it with the whole class?
Yeah, you know,
Oh, you can
totally
embarrass
up to
somebody who's not here to defend themselves, though.
that. I'm totally up to do that. I'm being a really good boy tonight.
Are you? Why?
When are you going to start?
Are you dying, Stool?
Seriously, the insults tonight are really shit. I've got a shit head, and I'm dying.
Well, I mean, if you'd stop wearing my grandpa's jumpers, I mean, that would be helpful to not
I'm
get
not
the whole
ta-
dying look.
I think his sweater is sexy. No.
Are you into people
All right,
born
good
in
question.
1937?
And nobody really cares that your head is so round.
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay, fuck you all. Go to hell. I don't care. Right, let's get this shit on the road. Come on,
Dude,
it's gonna be crap.
You
Just do
so
it.
brought this on yourself.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
Are we going to meet our special guest at the start, or wait until during the show?
Oh, we can't wait till during the show.
Yes, Stool?
I so wanted to say that line. But I'm not allowed to be rude, so I'll keep my special
You're
guest
not
away.
allowed to be rude. No.
From what you were saying before we went on stream, there might be two special guests.
Well, we have a special guest named Mr. Celery, so he'll come out in a bit.
Mr. Celery's here? Oh, goody.
Mr. Celery.
Why are you using all my favourite sex lines? Stop
Well,
doing this.
you know,
It's like
I
we're
feel
gonna
like,
be good, Stool.
yeah.
I know.
You've gone viral both in the sense of an organism and humor.
Yeah, it could have been Mr. Asparagus, but nobody wants to smell that, so it's Mr. Celery.
I really
'Cause you're
hate
so-
it.
Yeah,
Celery
not
based,
everyone. Not everyone would be able to smell Mr. Asparagus.
That's true. That's a genetic predisposition. Mr. Celery, as in the vegetable doorknob head.
Can I just make this very clear? You've totally ruined my life because I can now no longer ever say to a random woman, "Hello, would you like to meet Mr. Celery?" You've just ruined my life.
Well, you know, I know you like peanut butter on your celery. Do you have a dog yet?
Can we move to questions before Stool has to end up in the corner? Stool and fucking Mel. Does Mel need her own corner?
I want to know why. I wonder why you let him out of the corner in the first place, Amanda.
I didn't. He escaped. He keeps escaping.
Did you not see Mel's beaver earlier?
I hope that wasn't the first question, Dave.
No.
That's not going to be the first question, surely not. Okay, who's answering first?
Wait, what question? Ask the question. Please.
God.
Normally you're begging him to answer the question. Today it's just ask the fucking question.
Serious? I have not a question about the fucking answer yet.
Sorry, the stream went weird.
Yeah, it's just fucking...
Like it started off normal.
No, the stream itself went weird rather than the people. Right, okay. I apologise if the stream does that. I was experimenting with trying to do it in 60 frames a second and see how badly it goes, and it's struggling bandwidth-wise. Right, first question. A nice easy one. Question 1189. How good are you at wrapping presents?
Awful. That's all I can say. Awful.
Just like...
It's like, just there it is. Bit of tape done. That's I'm awful.
Never Again says extremely good. Stool! I imagine you are flawless.
Sorry, I was multitasking and being a good boy. I've forgotten the question. What was it?
How good are you at wrapping presents?
Actually, I'm really shit. But I do like
I'm surprised you wrap them at all. You know damn well that if he ever buys a present for someone, he just sticks it in like a plastic bag and throws it at them.
Out the window. And
Technically, I suppose technically the bag could be considered gift wrapping. I don't know.
Is this seriously some kind of weird American holiday where you all get together and just say shit about me? Because
Not at all. Me and Dave are British.
Oh my god!
But we like to celebrate international holidays.
He's really good with taking Tesco bags and putting gifts in them and handing them to people.
I've been such a good boy so far, and all I've got is my head looks stupid because it's the wrong shape.
Are you supposed to be a cone head? Would that make you happy?
Stool, I have two fucking words for you. Big box, okay? So, suck it.
Yeah, you know what? I was on Twitter
Enormous
today.
box, giant box, whatever the fuck.
Yes,
Anyway.
You're boasting again.
I notice you don't mention what Dave called you a big thing because you'll get banned on the YouTubes, won't you? So don't call me a bad boy because he used the bad word.
Cadence says gift bags are a lifesaver. Mathpig says he wraps his carrot in a bow for Momma Atheist. Peter says depends on the music. Mel can't rap at all.
No, I can't. You should hear it. White girl rap is a thing, and I do that well. It's comedic. It's terrible.
Gibbler says the worst. The only enjoyment is using the same scissors to cut the tape and paper as the ones I use to trim my pubes.
Can I elaborate briefly on this question?
You haven't actually answered yet, but go on.
But out of politeness, I will not elaborate. But if you're British and you remember a thing that we used to do at school, in primary school, where you had to make a cover for your textbooks.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Probably out of wallpaper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a thing that has stuck with me forever. So
Yep.
corners has to be perfect. But here's the thing, I'm really shit at doing it. So when I wrap a present, it will look like a pile of dog dirt wrapped in a foreskin. It will look shit, but I enjoy it. It's the thought that counts.
and just to make it clear, it sounds as if you may be getting primary school textbooks as a present from Stool this year.
Yeah, maybe.
Cadence says they had to make those book covers out of brown paper bag material. But you had paper bags, didn't you?
Yeah.
You always had the choice of plastic or paper. We never had that. That's always weird in films. You get plastic or paper.
Oh,
You get a
God.
fucking choice.
Yeah. If you
They still, some places still have it, but not a lot.
We got a choice here.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. They didn't
is
have a
this a
choice
thing
there.
that Americans do?
Yes, we've had to
Did you
do
have-
that before.
Did you have to do that at school?
Yeah, if you use
Yeah,
funny papers, you were really cool.
I use the funny
used to say
papers for
wallpaper.
wrapping all my
I used
gifts.
to use contact paper on mine school.
Obviously, Lone Wanderer says, I remember wrapping the workbooks. It was a huge competition to see who could afford the most expensive wrap. Everything's a fucking competition in schools.
I get a little bit turned on when I do the corners.
Not
That's the bit that does it for me.
So you can't wrap. Mel!
Moving on.
I used tin foil.
Did
Aluminum
you?
foil.
Is that not expensive?
That's cool.
I thought aluminium
Well,
was rare there. back then.
when you're in a pinch, and it's Christmas Eve and you got to get your ass out to your brother-in-law's house or something, tin foil is perfect.
Oh, to wrap presents.
Yeah.
Yeah, tinfoil's awesome to wrap presents. It goes the right shape and stays the right shape.
Yeah, you can save on tape.
It's really wasteful, though.
Ox is stunned that you had school books, Stool, I think, as opposed to clay tablets.
I'm really not enjoying this evening, to be honest.
Stool gives a gift that he's wrapped up however quality he can muster, but he always asks for the paper back, so
Yeah, that's important.
each year it gets a smaller and smaller box to be able to wrap.
Dawn Uphead says, I like to have big tongues on both ends of my packages. Fair enough. And Peter says, I always get my ass out at Christmas. It's a tradition here. Yeah, I'm not doing any live streams with Peter at Christmas. Mel!
I actually am pretty good at that. I'm pretty good at the gift wrapping kind of thing. Having a background in retail, you just pick up a few things, and I can do that pretty well.
Do you have a gift wrap room?
I do not. I gift wrap. If I have to gift wrap, I just make a space on my floor and I go to town. So that's pretty much what I do. So, yeah.
You mean you literally go to town? Because that's really a shit way to do this.
I understand your English and you don't understand things like that. When we say go to town, that's like saying, and then I just kind of go for it and I spend my time doing that. That's all that means.
And she's
Until it's
patronising me
finished.
again.
B says,
Mel, could I just say I'm English and I understood what you meant?
Thank you. You get points for your country.
Yeah.
3 points
corner?
for what? Are you Gryffindor
Still.
or Slytherin or what are you? I don't know.
Country points.
he's a scummer. They're a rare house.
Stool.
Merbreed.
Stool. Can I just say, Stool, mate? You need to raise your game, mate. National pride's at stake here.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay. He doesn't understand. We give him a little extra handicap there. A few extra points there.
Did we
Got a
hear,
round head.
did we hear
He gets
Dave's
all of
answer?
them.
Did Dave answer this?
I'm so totally above you all.
Answer.
I'm the only
Wait
sane person here.
There's something
Go
wrong
for
here.
it.
What's meant to happen is Stool offends people and they don't come back. As opposed to what's happening today where everyone offends Stool and he's never going to come back.
This is Mr. Celery. Every time Stool starts running his mouth too much, he's going to come out and talk for him.
Hi,
Let's
Mr.
just
Salary.
say- Oh, Jenny, say that again slowly.
Hi,
Still,
Mr.
turn-
Celery.
You need to turn you need to put your avatar on, Stool, with talk.
B says, I happen to be a professional gift wrapper, crisp corners and all.
Oh, that's
Yay!
And
There's a
Dawn
way to
Uphead
do
is standing up for Stool.
Ah, I see. Always one. It's okay. He needs friends.
And Math Pig would like someone to explain to his friend just how crazy Stool is. He's not crazy. He's just
Unbalanced.
Eccentric. He's eccentric.
Debatable.
Fun.
Special.
Yeah.
Eccentric. No, yeah, eccentric is good. That's a good word for him.
Highly
This is-
unusual.
I mean,
This is-
based on our aristocracy, he could be knighted.
Yeah, probably.
He's that loopy.
I can't.
I,
keep this up.
I think it's a crime. That,
Inbred?
I think it's a crime he hasn't got an peerage already. Quite frankly.
Hey, do you think we could get the Queen to knight Donald Trump?
No.
Oh, fuck off.
I think we could get her to take a sword to his head.
Well, that'd be okay too.
Yeah, she doesn't like him, does she?
Well, there is. Yeah, I mean, that's what I said. She could knight him and then have a little accident with the, with the sword.
Who's
Yeah.
that?
Sorry, the sword slipped.
Yeah. I'm your
Amanda.
neck.
You're
My
sweaty.
bad.
You got to answer.
She's very ill
Me?
and weak, though.
Yes.
I thought Manda had answered.
I think it's in it, but I don't like. It's very wasteful. The only time I really wrap presents is for Christmas because I get special. I usually get special Star Wars wrapping paper for Angel.
Is this? I was gonna say, is this because you keep getting things like Star Wars things that are 3 foot wide?
Yeah. Well, no, those I don't wrap. Those I just will make a little bow and put them on them. But no, for the most part, the only time I wrap because for Christmas every year, he gets very special wrapping paper and he can't see it until Christmas morning. So I won't put the stuff under the tree until Christmas night, and he can't even go in the living room until it's time for him to go and the Beach Boys Christmas music is on and he can come to it's all very well organized and to be honest
he's
with you,
16,
but
right?
it is what it is, so.
So
he's
much
16.
so much for Christmas
Yeah.
being fun.
I know. We got actually never mind.
Right.
You do realise we
Next
spent
question.
25 minutes on
I know.
wrapping paper.
No.
No?
Dave.
Did you?
What do you mean no? No is in your
No,
answers
Dave.
no?
Davis is in. You've got to answer.
I am 100% with Cadence. Gift bags are wonderful.
Would this be why we haven't received our awards yet?
No, that's because I've not been
Season
well.
1. Well, okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Am I
Yours is
allowed to
boxed.
use
Yours
the
is
C
literally
word?
sat there with Jeff written on it without an address
I
label
won't
yet.
do it.
Stool hasn't given me an
This is-
address yet.
Yeah, this is really difficult because I'm being the most best behaved ever. So I'm not going to use the C word and I'm going to let you all talk.
Right, next question. Question.
The C word being celery.
Question 1190. What's the most immature thing you've seen a grown-ass adult do?
Probably what I'm doing right now.
Come on this
Dave,
show.
which going to say, which episode of Critical Questions do you want me to cite here?
I've seen some very bad things in my life, and I'm not going there.
I like Mr. Celery.
There you go
tie.
again. Stop. Please stop trying to turn me on, Jenny. Please.
The sad thing is, I'm looking at this on my screen, and I'm looking at Pell's sock puppet, not Stool whilst he's talking.
Right, wait there. Ox says, go on YouTube. You've broken them all. Go on YouTube and make a fool of themselves. Yandiri says, pick their nose in public. Peter says, Stool's entire channel.
To be fair, that's true.
Stool has a channel?
Yeah?
No, I do not. No.
Really?
He does this
No.
immensely popular chat show.
No, it's lies.
I know, I've been on it.
Have
Super
you?
popular. Yes.
Have you been? Hey, have you been on it, Manda?
I
It's
thought
a
you were
very
being
big
good boy,
channel.
Stool.
Oh,
I'm gonna say
sorry,
whoever
no.
whoever admitted to that in the chat, you're brave. You're brave.
Ox says, I know, voted for Trump.
Oh, you said someone vote. I thought that was an admission of voting for Trump for a second, but I misread that. I apologise.
Never Again says, seriously, have you ever watched anything on the people at Walmart? Enough said.
Oh, that's you can get lost for hours on that site.
Oh my
2
god.
seconds. I had to make this. Hello, Jefferson. I haven't seen you since you were in bed. How are you doing?
TMI, man.
How did this 57-year-old woman get in the...
What was that?
It was somebody doing
Oh, you're paying attention, Jenny.
It was a video about Stool.
He has a squeaky tongue.
No, I'm just tooting in the chat.
Stool, stop squeaking. Ginger says, does this stream count? Yes. Katie says, try to hand out flyers to kids yelling the earth is flat.
Boom. You should add on that doing it the same thing again after he was arrested for it.
Jefferson, you say we only saw you asleep in your chair. It was the getting into bed part that was dramatic.
You know what's the best?
What?
When you're talking to Dave on his stream and he's iconed and he happens to be in bed and his camera switches on for a second and you see him butt fucking naked. So.
That's not immature. That's just unfortunate.
Oh my goodness. Do you have an OnlyFans, Dave?
Yes, I have to charge people. I have to pay people to subscribe.
Dave, should we make the question a little more, I don't know, a bit more difficult and say excluding YouTube?
Yes, I think we should.
What question? I missed it because my internet was
What's the most immature thing you've seen a grown-ass adult do? Excluding YouTube.
YouTube. Oh, fuck. I didn't think about that.
Now I realised I made that suggestion and I don't know how the fuck to answer that question now.
I used to teach high school and some parents. Oh my gosh.
What age would we class an adult as?
Do what?
For this question. I'm just wondering what age we would class an adult as for this question. Because I know a 16-year-old that just went flying off a skateboard and scraped himself to buggery.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking of like parents.
I was thinking somebody over 35.
Over 35.
Under 35, they're still children.
They're still children.
We should just say someone who's clearly old enough to know better.
Yeah. Stool is angry.
I watched in one of my jobs as a kid. I worked with rowing boats, and you had to hold the boat while people got out. And someone tried to make a run to get off the boat before I had hold of it. I don't know if you've ever been on a small boat, but when you move, an equal and opposite reaction happens to the boat.
What sort of size boat?
Oh,
what sort of...
12-foot rowing boat.
Okay, yeah.
Right,
okay.
so the point is they run halfway across that boat. It is then 6 foot away, but they haven't changed their velocity or the fact that they're going to jump onto the jetty. So they basically run and then jump into the water.
It's potentially blooming dangerous as well. They hit the flipping jetty as well.
Mm.
I mean, joking aside, I actually knew someone who died misjudging getting off of a boat, and down whacking his head on the jetty.
Doesn't
No.
surprise me.
It's amazing how many times you do see people do things that show they have no clue about physics.
But the physics of you moving around are not learned. They're purely experience based.
Actually, in that case,
no, they're not.
They are.
As you went, Dave, as you went nautical, I'm just reminded of something then that that I think might be a qualifying answer for me to give. And it was something that was very annoying to me at the time because I happened to be helping a friend of mine who was on the rescue boat. Two grown ass adults from our sailing club I used to belong to, deliberately capsizing their dinghy and letting it turn turtle in the middle of the River Medina, right in front of the fucking Isle of Wight ferry.
Why?
Because they wanted to die.
Yeah. Oh well, it was more I think to like get us to keep pulling and I'm like, and finally it was like I said, the next time you fucking do that, you're on your you fucking swim and kiss your boat goodbye. We're not helping you.
That works. An awful lot of stuff around the beach, actually. Mel.
I'm just going to default to having had to work with parents in a high school setting. Some parents, it's just like when you see kids and you see who the kids who have like behavior issues and stuff like that, and then you see their parents, and you're like, oh Lord. I had one parent, her son had truancy issues. And in addition to that, had a lot of poor behavior in my classroom, not just mine, but other teachers. And she was sitting there and she was like, well, I know on some of these days he went to the doctor. I don't know. I don't have the notes or anything, but I know he did. And she goes, I'm trying to get him to go up on medication. And, the doctors are, I don't know. He needs to have like more medication or something. And, and then she asked me, she's like, so I want to know, why are you singling out my son? So I went through, okay, he stands up in class. He walks around. He dresses the whole classroom. He'll go over and bother other students and he'll do these other things. And so I go through this whole list of behaviors. And then he would sit there and say, yeah, I do that. Yeah, I do that. I'm like, okay, am I singling you out or are you singling yourself out? What's going on here? Who's singling themselves out? And then his mother goes, well, I never thought of it that way. And I'm like, okay, you want to drug your kid. You have no idea when they went to the doctor. And I'm just like, there is no bad mother pill. So there's no bad mother pill. That's what I wanted to say. So it's like having to deal with parents like that a lot and go like, you have no business having kids sometimes. I mean, it's just...
I've just lost what Jack... Right, Jack Talon says, my co-worker pretended he went on holiday because everyone else had been away, but we could smell the fake tan off him once we all came back to work.
I had an experience. Everybody's done embarrassing things. Stepping off a boat wrong. That's not immature. That's embarrassing. That's just doing something stupid. For me, immaturity would be like a real life Karen. I watched a real life Karen once in a Taco Bell. Just take this 16-year-old behind the counter and absolutely excoriate them because they made an error of 10 cents. But at the same time, recognizing their own error, they offered to make it up with free food that far exceeded the 10 cents. And the woman just couldn't see any way to deal with it other than yelling at the child and calling them names and horrible comments towards their parents at this restaurant. And I want to talk to the manager and I want to talk to corporate and lady. And I just said, lady, it's a fucking dime. Why don't you shut up? And I handed her a dime. It's and everybody in line. That's immaturity. That's
thing is, I think any
not
job
wearing
when
a fucking mask. That's
Yeah, that
Well,
too.
this was
yeah.
long before that. Yeah, but yeah.
I think any job you do where you work with the public, you're going to come across people like that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and God knows I have in my job, you know.
Amanda.
Yes.
Go on.
Oh no, go ahead. Go for it, Amanda.
I was in a restaurant once, and there was a woman and her husband sitting at a table nearby, and the woman was just being rude and loud and obnoxious. And the manager came out and just asked her to leave. Didn't even said, "You don't have to pay. I don't care. Just please leave." And she refused to get up until she got the rest of her food and wanted to stay. Absolutely, like stuck herself down in the seat and just
tantrum.
I'm not leaving. Yeah, pretty much a tantrum. So another Karen, I guess.
Then Manda topped it by shouting, "Food fight!"
God, he was a kind. It was very. It makes like you see all those videos on YouTube now of the people that go into stores without masks and then refuse to leave. It was kind of like that. They're asshole. Like this is their business. They have a right to tell you how to.
I can't comprehend the people in your country that have that know that they have rights, but don't comprehend that the business owner has rights too.
Oh, don't go there. This will end in tears. Don't go there.
Stool, your answer.
Seriously, don't go there. I forgot the question. Sorry.
What's the most immature thing you've seen a grown-ass adult do? Not on YouTube.
Permission to speak, please.
Please do.
Whilst you've been doing this, I've had a wee, changed my jumper, made a cup of coffee. This is hard work. So I've now forgotten the question again. So,
oh my fucking god!
This is how shit this is. I know we appreciate. I know appreciate how this is painful.
Sorry,
for you,
sorry.
Amanda.
You changed jumper and chose that.
The puppets go in the corner with Stool.
All right. Look, I'm being a good boy. Give me the question.
You keep saying it, and it's not true.
What's the most immature thing you've seen a grown-ass adult do?
Am I included in the grown-ass adult?
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
Pretty much his entire existence.
We should do an all puppet show.
That's the stage idea of the perfect porn. So.
Here's the thing. I actually prefer puppets to you people.
I hate puppets.
Because I think you people are weird.
Oh, here's the worst thing. I hadn't even seen
Well,
it
the
before.
good news, Stool, is Spitting Image is back.
No. I'm
Yeah.
really sorry. But does that puppet not really suit Mel?
I'm going to say, Mel, you look like you've had way too much practice with that thing.
Funny thing, I used to do puppets when I went to church when I was a kid. So it was like I was part of the puppet ministry.
You should give that one a red wig.
Yes. Matt Pig says Jack Talon firing a blank firing gun in a field and passing out. Why did he pass out?
Do I have to do bad or embarrassing?
Immature.
Just immature, whatever that is.
I did once. I mean, I've been on this planet for a long time, so I've got stories. But embarrassing. Can I go for embarrassing? Please?
No, it's immature. You can't change the question.
Immature.
I did once sit in a bush for about 6 hours.
With binoculars?
No, by myself.
As an adult?
Well, I don't know. 19,
Why?
20.
Why did you sit in a bush for 6 hours?
I needed a poo, but there were some girls, and I'm.
Why are you encouraging him, Dave? What the fuck?
I want to know what happened. The suspense is killing me.
Dave, I don't anymore.
I'll be back in a moment. I can't listen to this.
No, bear with me. I'm trying to play along and be a good gentleman here without saying any naughty things. But that was embarrassing because I did literally sit in a bush for 6 hours. I guess I was about 19 or something. I don't know, 17, whatever, 15. And I went into a bush for a quick poo because it was in a weird place, and I couldn't come out of the bush. That's not a euphemism. I couldn't come out of the bush because I was terrified of people seeing me come out of the bush.
Uh-huh.
Because if you're seen coming out of the bush, that means they know you've had a poo.
Who automatically goes that? Oh, they're coming out of bush. That means they pooed there.
It's obviously the poo bush. Doorknob
It's
Head
the
says,
poo bush.
I did that too. True story. I pooped in a bush and then fell asleep. And the worst thing is, I'm fairly certain I've heard that story from Doorknob Head before.
Oh my goodness.
That is actually
You
a true
didn't.
story.
Well, no, you didn't fall asleep in it. Oh no, I don't know.
Right, Jefferson Spatchcock says, right, after a statewide mask mandate for businesses, a father brought his kids to a local grocery store, but intentionally avoided wearing a mask or having his kids wear them. When he was denied entry, he brandished his gun. He managed to bring that and paste it in front of the store, screaming about his rights. Arsehole.
I used to work at Chick-fil-A a long time ago, and I had people come in and ask me, I would like an order of spaghetti, please. And then or I want a hamburger. And then they would get mad because I couldn't give them spaghetti or a hamburger. I'm like, they only do chicken there. That's it.
That's it. That doesn't. I've seen people do that. Jefferson is doubting both Doorknob Head and Stool. He doesn't think they were in the bush having a poo. He thinks we're doing something else.
No, this is a true
And he
story.
mentioned girls. Stool mentioned girls a little bit ago.
He did.
A bit ago that there was girls nearby. And so he's like, there's girls nearby. And someone have my drawers down in a bush while they're walking around. That's what that sounds like. That's a bit creepy, Stool.
Look at him, he says. Right, next question. Question 1191. You are locked in a room alone with Donald Trump for exactly 5 minutes. You cannot kill or maim him. How are you spending your time together?
Trying to not talk to him so I don't kill or maim him.
Torture.
I couldn't be in a room.
Him.
I couldn't be in a room with
Torture.
him for 5 minutes. I could not.
Technically, you can beat on someone without maiming them.
The one up here says, pee on his leg, see if he notices.
Does bruising count?
I'm going to steal his phone and go to town on his Twitter.
What do you think he could possibly say that he hasn't already?
I don't know actually, because I mean, especially, I mean, this is the funny thing. Some of the things he did before he was president on Twitter are the classics. Like when you know the classic one when someone from Britain tweeted him a picture saying, "Look, it's my parents' wedding anniversary today. They're really big fans of yours, Mr. Trump. And that, you know, they really modelled themselves on you. It would mean a lot to them if you retweeted this." And he retweeted it. It was a picture of Fred and Rose West. Now, for any Americans who don't know who those two are two of Britain's most notorious serial killers. And Donald Trump just retweeted it without even bothering to.
No, I ask someone, who is this, just in case?
What are these names again? I think I'll send another copy. Fred and Rose West.
But Yandiri says, talk about movies. Mathpig says, how far can I go before it's classed as maiming him? I think anything that draws blood or leaves a bruise. Chad says, how long we stuck? 5 minutes.
Permission to speak, please.
Oh, wait,
Permission
not yet.
to speak.
Not yet. Not yet. Jefferson says, challenge Trump to a spelling contest. Ricardo says, kick his fucking ass. Ox says, I just ignore his dumb ass. That alone would drive him nuts. Robert says, I would kill him and say it was suicide. Prove me wrong. I'm alone with him.
Well, the thing is, you can't even piss on him because if rumours are to be believed, he gets off on that.
Oh! Right, Dornoff says, but Your Honour, I didn't kill him. People don't kill people. Plastic forks kill people. How about this then? God told me to. Chad, honestly, I was asking questions about the latest weapon system. You know he would spill any, and that would be super cool. Antjer says, in the corner, curled up in the fetal position with my hands over my ears. Dornoff says, ignore him. Mathpig says, beat him with a bar of soap in a sock. Okay, then. I feel Mathpig has too much knowledge here.
There we go. That's them, Jenny, yes.
Donnie will have it later today.
Stool!
Hello.
You had your hand up.
God, if he falls for that twice, that would be epic.
Oh, he doesn't actually answer his tweets now, just to know I've done it. Maybe somebody from England will know about it or something.
I'm actually quite upset with you guys because you're talking about violence, and obviously we don't condone such things.
No.
The way to destroy him is with his brain.
You think you're going to extract
Lack
it?
of.
Or remove the oxygen?
Just get him to sneeze hard enough.
No, I have the perfect idea. And first of all, I'm surprised none of you mentioned anything about his hair.
Rewind. I misheard then. Say that again then, Amanda. You have the perfect what?
Idea.
Oh, I thought she said ass.
I misheard.
Yeah.
I misheard totally. I'm so sorry.
What did you think I said?
Ass.
I know I don't. Not even a little. No.
I heard
none
a
of you
completely
said,
different word.
what did you hear,
Sorry.
Stool? Nobody said anything about his hair. I figured somebody would want to shave his head. But I would start
Do you know what?
asking-
That would be good. Shaving his head would be good. That would destroy his public image.
Actually, just take his bloody toupee off.
No, I actually think it
I
would be
would
an impulse from people who keep saying, when are you going to get rid of that fake?
The thing is,
Shush!
it's never-
Manda! Let Manda finish her sentence.
Shit. Sorry.
I
I
start
never
with
understand this
question.
game. You ask questions, I speak. It's so fucking
Look, I could
stupid.
do that too. I would start with the question, tell me about your relationship with your dad. And I would go
Oh,
from
screw
there.
that. Tell me about your relationship with your daughter.
No, because that's
No,
the thing.
no,
It's gonna
no.
get turned on by. He never got daddy's love, and that fucked him up. And I want to fuck him up more, so
Fair enough.
do that.
Never Again says, the question should say, may not kill, not cannot, as I certainly could.
Should I volunteer? Do you want me to go into the cell with him?
What's
I'll take it for the team. Send me in. I'll do it.
You'll do it.
You'd let
I'll
him
do
do
it.
that to you? Oh,
I will solve this.
You will?
Yeah, because I've got baldies.
Mel, what would you do? 5 minutes.
I would sit there and pretend that he's vanished and doesn't exist in the world while he talks to me, and I sit on my phone talking to my friends. I'm like, I'm sorry, I thought I heard something. And just pretend he's just not even there, because that's like probably the worst thing you could do to him is not give him any attention.
The problem is, I agree that I think that would work really well, but I don't think 5 minutes is enough.
Yeah, 5 minutes wouldn't be enough. You need several hours, but at least, if I didn't do that,
I've seen that freak normal people out.
yeah. Freak out a person that's a narcissist that screams for attention constantly. I think I would just see that.
or if you just reach out, shake his hand, and say, I'm so and so, and he says, I'm Donald Trump, and you go, not familiar.
Sorry, who are you again?
Yeah.
He said he was more well known than Jesus.
Were you on the radio?
I've got an
See,
idea.
this is something wrong with Americans. When John Lennon says that all the evangelicals go fucking mad, and then Donald Trump says it, they love him.
Oh my gosh.
I do have the ultimate Trump killer. Okay, so when he's locked in a cell by himself, you walk in, you shake his hand, you hug him, and say, "You know what, Donald? I love you." He'll freak out.
No, he won't. That's exactly what he wants to hear.
Oh no.
Depends on whether or not you
No,
grab
I
his
disagree.
balls.
Yeah, if you grab
I
his balls,
disagree.
that might be something.
Yeah.
I disagree totally, scientism Mel, because he's never heard that, and that would freak him out totally.
Jenny,
Yes.
what would you do?
I'd kill myself.
You killed yourself. So he get the blame? Just-
Ooh, I hadn't thought of that.
Not like he'd be tried or anything, because apparently he can do
All
all
right,
kinds of stuff.
I'd grab his necktie off of him and I'd hang myself so he gets the blame. Yeah, that's what I do. Okay, let's take this seriously. What would I do if I had to be in a room with him for 5 minutes? I guess I would do my best to just pretend he isn't there and ignore everything he says, just like Mel's suggesting. That would be the best thing. I spent some alone time with Barack Obama in a room prior to him doing a speech, and I was photographing it, and we just got stuck in a room together. This was before he was president, of course. We shared a cigarette, and we chatted, and it was real easy. The guy was very nice, and he just chatted like anybody else does. So
hold on,
I just can't see Trump doing that.
Jenny, I've got to ask you. So, you would spend 5 minutes alone in a room with Donald Trump and not take the opportunity to say that you've met Obama and have some fun with that?
Why? I hadn't thought of that either. Yeah.
That's a very good
But
point.
I actually just did want to say as well.
He smelled a lot nicer than you do.
Yeah, I did want to say I actually kind of like. I want to expand on something what David Melbourne said in the chat. And actually, I think what I would do is actually, say, wow,
These are normal size hands.
I'll shake his hand and then say, "Oh, your hands are really small, aren't they?"
Lone Wonder says, I would verbally abuse him for 5 minutes. David Melbourne said, make him read a book aloud for 5 minutes. And Ginger says...
I know.
What?
No, wait. This is even better. You no, you just point and laugh as a dick for 5 minutes straight.
Manda.
What?
Russian girls, Peter, you might like that.
No, I don't think he would.
Degradation, I don't know, yeah.
I still think the P-tape thing was more about fucking saying fuck you to Obama than it was about him liking getting peed on.
Ginger, talk to him about how much smarter Fauci is.
Yeah.
Fauci?
Oh, wait.
FAUCI?
Oh, I love Dr. Fauci. I got a diet crush on him.
Have you seen Trump in the last day or two?
I have. I'm just like so freaking angry. I'm like
the polls have it that
everybody loves him, and
the polls have it like 86%.
Why do people love this guy, not me?
86% of the population are in love with Fauci.
He's amazing,
and he goes start. He just lost a bunch of votes.
You hear him beg the suburban women. He's like, suburban women, why don't you love me? Suburban women, like me, please. It was fucking bad. Oh my god, he's pathetic.
Again, I'm liking stuff that David Melbourne's saying in the chat, but I like the fact that I can expand on it. Said make him read aloud from a real book. I would say make him read a book that he's never read before or whatever, has no idea what's in it.
The Bible.
Could you read this? It's called The Art of the Deal.
That's right.
Give him a scientific paper and let him trip over the words, man. That'd be great.
Don Ophead says, actually, I couldn't do that. Don Ophead says, poop into your own hand and make Trump eat it.
Oh, no. He might be into that.
He might be into that.
If you're a
think he-
particularly attractive lady and you think it might get somewhere with you, you probably would do
You
that.
you think he's a scat muncher?
I
You
think
think
he would.
Doorknob Head is a particularly attractive lady?
Oh, and Jer says, make him read aloud from his niece's book.
Oh gosh, that would be great.
I think because I'm a scientist, as scientist Mel knows,
Yeah, no, you're
I
not.
reckon that when I'm a little bit older, I will be as cool as Fauci.
Oh, you think
I
you're going to
can't-
live that long?
I'm kind of rocking it as at the moment. We all know this because I've got the round head and
Yeah.
stuff.
You do. You're giving off some Charlie Brown vibes. That's true. Charlie Brown
Oh.
is
Doorknob Head
really
says-
like
Okay.
immortal kind of.
Doorknob Head says, you've not seen how good I look in high heels.
Fair enough.
I have no problem picturing that whatsoever. None.
He'd
That
probably look
too.
really nice in a nice skirt and some fishnets.
I'm just going to.
A good,
Oh, you wanted to
good
dress up like
jacket.
you wanted to dress up like his friend Rudy Giuliani.
Blazer.
No, I don't think anybody wants that.
I think Stool's wanting to talk.
I'm not allowed to, Jeff.
Mel,
I've
haven't you
got
ever
a good
seen those
boy.
videos on YouTube of Giuliani and Trump and Giuliani's in drag?
Oh no, I
Ju-
haven't.
Ju-
Giuliani is well known for liking to do drag.
Oh
There,
really?
there are numerous. There's lots of photographs, videos, and stuff of him doing drag.
There's a very
Just look it up.
There's
Okay.
a very well known video where Giuliani is in drag with
Yeah.
Trump.
With Trump, and he kisses him.
This should
Yes.
surprise me, but it really
Find
kinda
that,
doesn't.
please.
How have I not come across this? She's already looking.
I mean, a lot makes sense now with his infatuation with Trump.
I've just totally lost track. People are just picking what book now. Lone Wanderer said, I'd make him read the US Criminal Code, to get him ready for after he's out of office.
Oh, I found it. Sorry.
Bob says,
Gee, that was a deep serve, wasn't it?
there's ways of hurting him without killing or maiming him, just saying. This is unfathomable. David Melbourne says, force him to give Obama a medal. I would like that. Quite a lot.
I don't
Right.
know that Obama would accept a medal from him.
I've actually
that's even
got I've actually got a perfect solution to what to do with him. Force him to answer one of the questions from your show.
Do
That's
you
a good
think?
one.
How dumb do you think he is?
He's
I
pretty-
don't think he's dumb.
I
Do you
he's a
think
bit
he is
stupid.
dumb enough to know that a lie detector doesn't work?
It-
Yes.
Is
Yes.
this an official question or just a
No, just
side shot?
arbitrary. My point is, an awful lot of people think a lie detector works, so you shove a lie detector on them, and they start telling the fucking truth. So I'm
Yeah.
intrigued as to whether or not he would think one
Yeah,
would
but
work.
the thing is that I don't think he I think he believes some of the things that he lies about. Like he says
I think you
so
could-
much that
Yeah.
he starts to think
Yeah.
that it's real, and that's what everybody believes him. All his followers believe him because when you say like the same shit over and over and over again, oh, we have the best economy in the whole world has ever
Ma-
seen. He said it.
Yeah.
Manda is
times, even though
absolutely
it's
correct about this
bullshit.
because he started to display that. Well, not started, it's been going on for a long time, but he actually believes his own bullshit.
Yeah, he does.
Right.
He has no clue how people read him.
Can we move on because I know we could rant about Trump for hours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Can I just
Next
say
question.
my thing,
Good point.
please,
Go on.
before
I'll shut
you
up.
move on?
Go on.
I'm being such a good
Quick.
boy tonight.
Go
I
on.
really am.
Come on.
I've changed my jumper for fuck's sake.
Stop
Ginge.
talking
Mute
about
him.
your fucking
That's it,
jumpers.
I've done it. That's it.
What? What's your
I
answer?
just said hi, Ginge. Oh, the answer? No, I did my answer, but I was just saying hi, Ginge. Inside chat. Hi.
I miss Badger.
I
You
like
miss
Ginge.
Badger.
He's-
Do you not think
James
Stool
has
is a
got-
good replacement Badger?
Ginge has got the biggest cello
You can't
ever.
replace Badger.
Just miss Badger.
I was just thinking that yesterday.
Mel,
Where
Mel,
have all
get a
the
badger,
badgers gone?
puppet. Just
I'll get a badger puppet. Okay, I have a beaver over here, but that's not the same.
Stop offering to get your beaver out.
It's portable.
Right. Oh, I've got to do something else as well, which I didn't do at the start and I should have done. And that is thank you very much to Sammy. Remember Sammy Davis? I've forgotten the fucking name.
Jenkins.
Sammy Jenkins.
Oh my God.
Did you just say Sammy Davis? 'Cause
I
he's
did.
dead.
I don't remember Sammy
And
Jenkins, who joined the channel before we started.
Yeah, and the sad thing about that is the first word in his YouTube handle is remember.
Yes. And remember who.
Well, it is Dave, so
Oh,
you know.
no.
Who is obviously I've forgotten his other name now. Watchtower Watchers.
I've totally
that
misread
one
the
I can never remember.
situation because I thought you were talking about Sammy Davis Jr.
No. I'm talking about
Nobody
our
knows talking
lovable
about
Australian. He's bloody gorgeous. But that's beside the point.
Yes, he is.
Next question. Next question, please.
Next.
So I'm
No,
guessing if you-
Dave, did you answer?
Stool, what are you saying?
Fuck you,
I'm
Dave.
guessing if
Answer
you
the
don't like
question.
Sammy Davis,
Dave, answer.
I've got a thing going on here now. Does Dave hate Sammy Davis Jr.? Is he being
You have a
racist?
Dave
thing for
Dave
Sammy
doesn't have a
Davis Jr.?
clue or doesn't remember who Sammy Davis Jr. is.
You're so young. You.
I call bullshit on that.
What? I don't remember who most of the people are.
5
Well,
he
Well,
was
you
like,
felt
he was
fair
like
enough. You
5
don't
foot
remember
2,
who Sammy Jenkins is.
very skinny black guy who could sing like crazy and dance and act. He was quite a talented
Off
guy.
the top of my head, the only black guy I can remember that sings is Michael
you're doing
Jackson. And I've got doubts that he was black.
Did he actually say this?
God.
Did you actually just say
Can
this?
What?
The views of the host don't necessarily represent those of the
No,
panel.
my
Just
memory
saying.
goes is the
True.
issue.
Very true. We forgot Ray
Hey.
Charles, BB King.
Yeah.
See, I can't.
We
Ray
didn't
Charles, I
forget
know
Dick.
about.
Dave did.
Muddy
Stevie Wonder.
Waters.
Muddy Waters.
No
yeah,
idea.
Robert
Hendrix,
Johnson. Yeah.
Lenny
Nope.
Kravitz.
Is anybody
I-
clipping this? Because Dave literally just said, I'm not racist, but the only black guy I can remember is Michael Jackson. That's not... That's
No, my
weird.
point is I don't remember anything. I can hardly
an
name
entire
any fucking
band
white
called
pop stars.
Living Color.
I can tell something to Dave
Earth,
at,
Wind, and
like,
Fire.
at
Lionel
9
Richie.
in the morning,
To be
and
fair,
2
this
hours
is a
later, he will not remember a fucking word of that conversation. Not a word.
To be fair, Dave, that isn't as bad as you when you accidentally stepped your foot in it over a certain meat product that we get in the UK.
There was nothing
that's got
wrong
a
with
very
that.
different- Yeah. Just got a bit of a very different meaning
I
elsewhere.
was thinking the same thing, Jeff. I was thinking the same
Would you like to
thing.
discuss it now?
Oh,
yeah,
No.
Stool
No.
will
Dave's
come on my
bad
side.
I
Dave.
want to discuss
Critical
this. I
cripple.
want to discuss this.
No,
What-
we're
what-
not
what-
discussing this again.
What
No.
meat product is this?
Dave-
I'm
Next
not
question.
sure what you're
No,
talking
no,
about.
shut the fuck
No.
up. Shut
What?
the fuck up. You didn't answer. I know that's why you brought all this up. It's not a distraction. Just answer the goddamn question.
I know damn well it's kebabs.
I quite like the idea of getting him to read something, although I don't think he would. I'm to be quite honest, I'm with the people that are saying just batter him, just hit him about the head repeatedly and deal with the consequences.
But your own fucking rule is. Never mind. You know what? All right.
I'm so glad I bought cigarettes. This is difficult.
Next question.
Need it. Fuck's sake.
Where are we up to? Next question. Right. Question 1192. Would you be screwed if the internet stopped working? Could you cope if it went down for an hour, a day, a week, forever?
Sure.
Completely? Gone?
Yeah, because it would be gone for everybody else too, and we'd just get together and hang out, get drunk, have sex.
Yeah, I'm with Jenny.
Same thing you do on the internet.
I'm sure there was things we used to do before. I'm sure there's things we used to do before the internet, but it'd be a culture shock, I think, not having the
How
internet.
long do you think before the porn magazine industry picked back up?
Oh,
I've got to.
3 months.
It was very.
3 months tops.
It was a very. You know when you have a really long wank that takes a little bit too long. We don't want to go back to those days because dial-up was not good for wanking. It really wasn't.
Yeah, but dial-up is still the internet. You still could lose. Nerdy says I'd be screwed. Nerdy says went a week without it. I'm fine.
Can I go back to talking to flat earthers again? Just asking.
Never again says screwed. No, and yes, I could cope. I'd be lonely, but I certainly survived not having it before it existed. Mathpig says I wouldn't be screwed.
Do you remember when you were trying to have a wank and you had to listen to that?
No! Shush!
Stool, corner.
Is Mr. Seller going to come out again, Stool?
Rob X.
Just keep the zipper up and keep Mr. Salary in his place.
Mel, that worked. That actually worked.
Rob X says I would be unemployed.
I'd have to keep him quiet.
Chad says I've done stretches at sea for weeks at a time. I can keep my mind busy. I'm actually thinking of moving to Labrador. Where's Labrador?
Canada,
Ooh,
isn't it?
Canada, East Coast, north of Newfoundland.
Yes.
John Uphead says I'm set. I have old National Geographics around here somewhere.
It's beautiful, but it's an extremely rough place to live meteorologically. It's just a tough place as I understand it. I'd love to go there.
In the satellite connection. Nerdy says no internet, no StreamYard. Yeah, but we could still stream. Just no one will come and watch it. Not many people come watch it anyway. Cadence says I work at an ISP. I could totally survive, but I'd be jobless. Ricardo says up to a couple of days or good. Up to a week would be manageable, but more than that would be cranky and busy trying to figure out how to live. Granny says keep it up. Thank you for your super chat. $4.99. Thank you.
I actually almost kind of felt that it's maybe a little sad on my part that the last time that I was without internet for like 4 days, and it was when I was in Peru and walked the Inca Trail, and the first thing I ever even think about when we get back to civilization is getting a goddamn Wi-Fi connection and getting on Facebook. I always feel like that it's a bit of a sad indictment after that kind of an adventure.
Doorknob comments on Stool's appearance.
I'm going to go totally.
Doorknob commented on Stool's appearance, and I'm not convinced I should repeat it.
Yeah, whatever. You fuck your old.
Caden says I'd go back to reading lots of books. Go on, Stool.
Oh, I can talk now.
Yes.
I'm being such a good boy today.
You are you?
You may talk. You haven't proven that you can.
Say that again, because that was
Just
kind of.
Just talk.
I'm going to go full Chinese, and so you want internet access. I will not give it to you. You've got to prove that you're worthy of it. I'm going to go total China on you. You need a license to
use it. No.
Oh my god.
And Jer says, absolutely screwed. Having agoraphobia with the internet is how I connect with other people, which is also important for my severe depression. It's how I distract myself from my own mind.
And you think if a state, and if you and you think that in a state like China, you think you're gonna get approved still? Just asking. I'm just asking.
No.
He's relying on the fact that he'll be able to bribe someone.
No, you're relying on the fact that you've missed the point that I will run China.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't see that happening at all.
Mel.
I would probably be out of a job because a lot of the work I do is online. So, I could be fine without it. To be quite honest, I'd be all right. reading and all kinds of other things. But as far as my work, I rely heavily on internet for that. So, yeah,
Screwed.
toss up.
Amanda.
Yeah.
Same. I'd be without a job, and I'd be forced to move to Ireland. UK. So
I don't get this. I don't get it at all, because if you're living in my kingdom,
your
Then we
kingdom,
have-
honey.
if you're living
No.
in my kingdom, then you have no need for the internet. The internet. I just made that
And why
word
is
up.
that?
Because he's an orgy organizer.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
It's because
It-
it's because I'm a kind, loving dictator. You don't need the internet.
You got
because
the
it's
heart.
filled-
You got that word. It went on too long.
you're a kind, loving potato fucker? What?
Kind
Yeah,
loving
you-
dick.
Kind loving,
That's a weird thing for
kind
condensed
loving
milk.
dick something. I don't know.
You know, you can mock, but I've got nuclear weapons, so fuck you all.
Where do you
I was
keep?
going to say, I mean, he may
Now-
be very well. He may very well be the king of his own kingdom. Now, the geographical size of that kingdom, I'm not quite sure about, but well,
He has neighborhood nuclear superiority, and for anybody in the chat who can tell me the reference that's from, I'll send you $10. I really will.
I have heard
no,
that
no one will
before.
get
I have heard it, but I can't place where that's from.
It's from Ronald Reagan, is it not?
No, it's not.
No.
There's a TV show where somebody declared their own house as a as its own country.
But hey, when I am your ruler, supreme ruler, I will have Star Wars. Not the film, but the Reagan.
Okay.
And I will
Oh,
zap
the
you fuckers.
ray gun. The Reagan.
No,
Like
The Reagan.
He's
Right,
talking
no,
about
the-
Reagan's Star Wars. which-
SDI thing,
Yeah.
SDI thing.
Okay.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Question.
I'll shoot you all.
Shh.
What was the goddamn question? I think oh, I don't know. I mean, I think the problem is we've become very accustomed to it. So I
Do you
think
think they
it'd
might
be
value your job more?
maybe, but then even my job sort of relies on internet connections now because we got to scan shit all the time. But yeah, I mean, if you want to put any stock in that old Kevin Costner movie, that all goes back. It all goes to fuck. It's going to be the postal service that keeps everything together. But I don't see. Yeah, it'd be in it. I mean, the thing is, obviously, grew up there wasn't an internet as such. We didn't really get online until I was 16, 17 or whatever. So, but I don't know. I think it'd be an adjustment now. It would be a huge adjustment. I don't know, but I think after after a week or so, I might be getting a little antsy about like not being able to do one or two things.
It's answering dumb questions, isn't it?
It would be difficult. I mean, the internet's been part of most of our lives since 96, 97. Over 20 years, easy.
I'd be pissed off about not being able to answer dumb question and having an excuse to read Asterix books.
Nerdy says there is an incredible amount of bandwidth in a postman. I like that. I like those Google does its backups on a plane.
I've seen that in porno films.
Is that a comment about my weight there, Nerdy?
No, it's about the amount of data you transport. Because you can physically transport more data in bulk than you can in over the internet.
Oh, talking about bulk.
Wait,
I
can I
actually
go
used-
2 secs? Pause for 2 seconds. Lone Wanderer says Michael Nesmith neighborhood nukes from Elephant.
Holy
Park.
fuck! Who got that?
Lone Wanderer.
Lone Wanderer.
Oh, jeez, I should have known.
And that
I
wasn't
should've known.
Googled. That wasn't Googled, was it?
Lone, send me your PayPal address.
Stool, go.
This is Oh, thank you. That was damn, that was sad. I actually used to live next door to the first transatlantic cable from the UK to America via Canada. That's a true story. Very true. I don't think that there is enough cable width, I'm saying width, to put that much data through. I'm not going to say Amanda's box. That would be bad. I'm really bad.
I'm not gonna say it, but I said it anyway.
But you implied it anyway. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you wonder why I picked on you today, Stool. Okay.
It's a massive cable. It really is. And I
Fuck you.
seriously, it's like
Dave,
fucking
answer the
massive.
question.
And it goes under the water
Stool,
from
shut the
Scotland
fuck up. Wait,
to Canada.
hold on a second.
Nerdy says it's all about girth.
This is very true, nerdy.
Is that why celery puppet is? Never mind.
Mr. Celery came out again. Man, Stool.
Dave, answer the question. Let's move on.
I'd be
I'm
screwed.
I'm just here to give the science, Mel.
Oh, shush.
Right, next question. Question
No,
one.
answer it.
You didn't
did.
answer, Dave.
I said I'd be screwed.
He did. He did.
Okay.
He did.
All right.
He did.
Just because
I
you're not
heard
paying
that.
attention. Manda. Question.
Yeah.
1193. If you had to kill a Muppet, which would you kill?
Miss,
Fucking hate you so much. Dave wants to fuck the Muppets. I think it would be Miss Piggy because she's obnoxious as fuck.
oh yeah, I completely agree with that.
I think you're all sick.
She's a pushy bitch.
Poor
I think
Stool.
it'd be too hard to kill Miss Picky. I think those karate chops would fuck
Yeah,
you
that would
up.
be wide as hell.
Honestly.
She's clever.
No, just cattle prod her into the right
And,
position and pop a cap.
And Manda, could I just actually point out that you were very quick to name the pig in an animal that you would kill? Has somebody
Yeah.
got something to worry about here?
a thing going
Peter
on.
says stool. Never ever kill a Muppet.
Yeah, I'm kind of
Hash-
opposed to that.
Hashtag Muppet Lives Matter.
Don't call them hand animals. Apparently, that's a slur.
Hashtag I want to fuck Janice.
We've been here before. Janice has got, but Janice is doing the band.
Yeah.
Oh, she's so hot.
There was a Robot Chicken episode where Janice was talking about her STDs that she had.
Yeah.
He really wants to kill Elmo.
I fuck Elmo too. Oh my god! But I didn't.
Here's one that most.
Wait,
here's a Muppet-
Did I mishear that? You wanted to fuck Elmo?
No, I said fuck Elmo. I can't stand him. But I didn't think that.
I
Elmo
love you
could be like a
though.
Muppet.
Here's one. He's one. He's not one of the more famous
worst
ones.
though-
He's but.
The
It's,
worst
it's
thing why did they have to make because like they didn't have Elmo when we were little, but they did when Angel was little. And every single Sesame Street show, there's a 20-minute section of fucking Elmo every time.
He
Yeah.
was a big selling child's toy.
Apparently, Math Pigs just ordered an Elmo suit.
He made enough money that he was able to bribe the producers to put him on more.
Yeah, maybe.
Ox says Snuffleupagus. Never did trust that Muppet.
Snuffleupagus, by the way.
Don't remember the Muppets.
I've got to come clean here. I am a huge fan, and I always was, of the Muppets. But
Kindred Spirit?
Dave, shut up. Dave and
Jenny, you win the internet today for that bird. You win the internet.
listen, I'm being fucking serious.
Come on, then.
Okay.
I've got my
So was
serious
I.
face. It's my safe zone. Why do I bother being a grown-up with you dicks?
Okay.
Are you a grown-up girl? I thought you were an
Listen,
old man.
I got reinvigorated with my love for the Muppets when they did
Muppet love.
commercials in.
It's driving him mad.
When
It's making him crazy.
look, fuck you.
Excuse me.
Let him answer. Let him answer. Come
Which
on.
Muppet would you kill?
I'm being nice.
You're not appreciating my Muppet love.
Take it.
Mr.
Or
Celery
you have
might.
Muppet love like Dave.
Right,
That's
can
all
I
we have
talk
to
to the
know.
proper people? Dave and Jeff. Everybody else, shut the fuck up.
Just
Do you
the
remember
women.
the-
I see
Excuse
you.
me, that seems a touch on the sexist side. Just get
Yeah.
the women to fuck off.
I did not say that. If I said that, I apologise. That's not what I meant. I did not mean to say that. I was meaning.
When Ginger says,
the
dinner
English
time,
people-
Ginger says, don't be so
Oh,
hard on
Ginger's-
Stool. He can't help that he's mad. He spent a lot of time in the 80s doing 80s things.
Like Howard
You know
Jones.
what? Fuck you.
By the way,
I do, but I won't stop it.
speaking of Muppets, has anyone noticed there's a slight resemblance between Mr. Celery and Skeeter?
I think that's why No, I'm not. A very unstable milking stool has arrived.
Who's Skeeter?
Who did what the fuck to my head?
It's the female scooter.
It's-
And it's got the voice of the beaker.
Chad says, I would slay the Jabberwocky sticker snack.
Beaker is my favorite.
You know, Beaker, if there's any Muppet to try to kill, it would be Beaker because he just regenerates.
Yeah, you can't blow him up.
Yeah, you set him on fire, blow him up. He just comes back for more. Poor Beaker.
He's a self-assembling nanobot.
I'm
Stool,
not really sure
finish
what
your
you're wanting
sentence.
For me. I just started one, you dick. I just started. the
I
sentence
started
and then you
first.
say finish your sentence.
Go!
Well, then change your
I can never
Pampers.
win. I can never win. So
Stool,
what do you want
go.
me to do?
Go!
I don't know what you want me to do. What am I
Which
talking
Muppet
about?
would you
I was-
kill? That's what he's asking you.
Oh, kill. I would never kill a Muppet. Ever.
Never?
Okay.
You had to. It's your life or theirs.
Never, ever. Okay. If I had to totally, it would be those annoying little chicken fucking things.
Gonzo's girlfriends?
Gonzo's girlfriends, yeah, they were fucking.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't.
Not the things that
we've
sing
never discussed
mana mana
this.
Du- 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 du.
mana mana
No.
Doo, doo,
Do do do
mana mana.
do 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 do
Yeah, we go.
do.
Guess what? I can't sing that. I'll get Dave's channel banned. But yes, I do love Manamana. That's a perfect, brilliant song. But the chickens, it
It's
just
a
reminded
deep.
me that
It's quite deep.
I'd totally forgotten that Gonzo was into having sex with chickens. I'd
Yeah.
totally forgotten. So
He has a chick habit.
Well, ironically, you say that I don't know if people know that the origins of the Manamana thing actually comes from a European softcore porn film.
That's it.
That
I
tune.
did not know that.
Yeah.
Harmonica Man says, I'm not into Muppets, but I could handle seeing Mel's Fluffy. I don't know how
can
to
I just
interpret
break
that.
Jeff's head?
Okay, that's
Can I
Here,
break
this
Jeff's
is-
head, please?
Here. I feel
need to break
satisfied. Here's
Jeff's
my
head.
beaver again.
Slightly in it.
What the hell? What's that?
I really need to break Jeff's head.
You really need to break
Right
Jeff's
now.
head.
Yeah. Jeff, do you remember the theme tune for Grange Hill?
Oh, the original one. The original
Was it
feature. Yeah.
Porn film tune.
That doesn't surprise me actually. I don't know why that doesn't surprise me.
Right!
Anyway,
Jeff, who would
Dave,
you kill?
This is why I don't get invited
Stool,
back.
Stool, my turn. My turn. Right. Probably a lot of people won't remember this Muppet, but I'm going to say, because I didn't see the point of him, Clifford.
Who the hell's Clifford?
Who's
Exactly. But Clifford, Muppet.
Okay.
This was they tried to put him as the centerpiece of it in the late 90s when they made a very failed attempt to bring the Muppet Show back.
Oh, wasn't he the one that glasses, kind of short
He's
hair,
supposed to be
kind of kinky ear?
He's supposed to be a fish that looks something like halfway between a Rastafarian and something else. It was not a good character. So
Mel.
Who would I kill?
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna try to go with Beaker because Beaker regens, and he's so used to dying anyway. So
That's cheating, but okay.
is that cheating? though?
Little bit. But it's
How is that
because
cheating?
fair enough.
Well, it's where South Park got Kevin.
Jenny.
right.
I said Miss Piggy. Absolutely, I'd kill that bitch.
Yeah.
I thought Manda said Miss Piggy.
Are you talking to
She did.
what?
I happen to agree with her.
You happen to agree. Fair enough. We should do we'll do the penultimate question then.
Dave.
Nice
You have to
try.
answer.
By the way. Yeah. Okay.
Angel.
He is not a Muppet. And that's
Is he not? Is he not a Muppet?
He is a puppet, not a Muppet. And,
I thought he
again,
counted for all the other questions.
Oh, I have a good Muppet.
Your ass, Dave.
Donald Grump. Donald Grump made an appearance on Sesame Street. Look
Really?
up Donald
True.
Grump. Yes, you can kill that Muppet. It's hilarious. They were Sesame Street actually had a pretend Donald Trump on there as Donald Grump several years before he became president. Go check it out. It's hilarious. Donald Grump.
Right.
I actually agree with that one. I've seen it, but can I do a quick PSA, please? Never,
No.
ever, never,
No.
ever. Oh, fuck
Go
off,
on,
Amanda.
quick.
Never, ever, never kill a Muppet, ever.
Never kill a Muppet.
Well, it is bad luck.
The comeback is Chucky. Penultimate question. Question
Thank you, Dave.
1194. What is the strangest thing a partner has said to you or done during sex? The important point here is the strange. Amanda.
Bizarrely,
come on.
I just happened
skip
to.
me. I gotta think
I
about
just
it.
happened to be holding a plastic fork.
Is that relevant?
Probably.
Maybe.
Spooning leads to forking in Stool's house.
Where did he go?
Oh, he left.
Jenny.
I have to pass. I've never done that before, so.
Mel. It'll be a very quick question.
Weird is arbitrary, isn't it?
Oh, very much so. It's what you considered weird.
I don't know, man.
Ark says, is anything really strange in sex? Amanda?
Okay, so fuck, I just had it. Oh, he licked my face like for a while too. He just kept licking my cheek. It was weird. It was super weird.
Was it a human?
You're a dick.
Oh my goodness.
Caden says, one of my ex
That's
took her
awful,
teeth
Caden.
out for oral. And that sounds weird.
That seems considerate, more considerate than weird. I would think.
Okay, I'm back. What's going on? Sorry, I had to step away for a minute or two.
That's
We're
okay.
having oral sex without teeth.
Oh, okay. Typical.
What's the strangest thing a partner has said or done during sex?
Oh, that's
Wow. Is that what they said, Jeff? Because
No. There's. I always get a little wary about it answering these questions because even if it one night stands, I still kind of view a lot of this stuff as sort of private. But well, I'll just say one girl was into wanting to cut me, and I was like, no, fuck off, I'm not into that.
Fair enough.
Okay, that was fucked up.
Stool.
Oh, I'm not playing.
You're not playing. Fair enough.
No.
All right, we'll do the last
To be
question
honest,
then.
I'm googling for. I'm googling.
No.
2
I don't want
seconds.
the answer to this.
I'm
What?
googling for things that you don't want to know about. So
What about you, Dave?
I genuinely don't have an answer.
Oh, guys.
No. You cannot
That is
ask us to
big
answer
lie
this
you
and then not
ever
and bail out.
told. No.
No.
Dave's religion prohibits speaking
Let's
during
answer
sex.
the last question until you answer this one.
It's just, I don't have a good answer to this one. Nothing I've ever done has been strange.
Well, that's pretty boring.
No, it's
Never
more
been strange in my life.
It's more where my line for strange is quite low.
Oh, you mean the time you did it with your clothes off?
It is a pretty loaded question, to be honest. So it's kind of like somebody else's normal might be somebody else's weird, and somebody else's weird might be somebody else's normal.
I'm
So
trying to
it's
think whether or not I had anything with
your preferences.
No, I've never.
You know, I'm just of a mind if somebody wants to do something, they ask me, I'm like, yeah, I'm not into that, then it's okay. So I don't really, that's normal for me to have like somebody ask me something if they want to do a thing. And like, is it cool if I do this? And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not into that. And then we just move on. So I don't know.
But I've never.
I
had
don't
that.
have the experience.
I tend to have a policy of I will try pretty much everything.
When they start bringing in the goat, do you draw the line there, or
the point is, it's never come up.
Oh, that's a good reason to keep you from having sex.
Has that literally never come up? You've never had the goat issue?
It has never come up. Is that normal? Is that something that should have come up? Am I weird for it not having happened yet?
I think you should go talk to a doctor. Yes.
Probably. If nobody's introduced a goat into your house at some point in time in your collective orgy, then it's probably time to talk to a doctor. There might be something wrong with you.
Dave, you square. You boring fuck.
Dave, I actually need.
Go on.
Dave, I actually need to point you to an erotic sort of metal song by Incubus Succubus called "The Goat."
No, it's okay. Gaten says the answer is the strange thing is that nothing strange has happened. No, lots of strange things have happened. No, I can't say that.
Well, I mean, again, it's arbitrary.
Lots of things that other people would consider strange have happened.
Possibly.
Just not anything I consider strange.
Possibly.
Hayden says, yeah, my kinkiness would be absolutely strange to most people. That's my problem. Matt Pig says, Dave plus lard plus a pineapple. That wasn't strange.
You have a latex pig suit, Dave.
I can't answer that question. Ox says, either boring or takes a lot of strange in their eyes. Matt Pig says, answer the fucking question. I don't have an answer to the question.
Dave, fuck off. You are answering this question.
How can I answer the question if I don't have an answer? You've just asked us to you could ask us to confess things that has been said during sex. All right, you've got a fucking answer. And as Mel is, nothing really strange that was said on leg cramps.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. I got to confess, I missed part of this, so I don't know what Mel's answer was. But so.
Well, my answer would be like, some people think what I've been doing is pretty strange, and other people think it's pretty mild. So,
there you go.
I mean, to be quite frank.
I find it very
Dave.
interesting that Dave is really interested in learning everybody's deepest, darkest sex secrets.
No, you see, you
Dave.
misunderstand the point of this question. What I thought
And
was
yet-
expected from this question, right,
But
was
w-
some
we
weird
never
noises,
understand
or
the point of
someone
the
gets to the
question.
end and goes to yabba dabba doo.
Oh, I could do that. I'm good at that.
Knowing my luck or whatever, if I ever do get laid, I swear what will happen is that halfway through a girl will ask me if rocks are atheists or not, knowing my fucking luck.
I mean,
She
okay.
asked you, were you on
Here's
critical
a weird
questions?
thing. Here's a weird thing. Making out with somebody and you're on your period as a lady,
And I've just made man to quit.
and they decide that doesn't bother them, and so they handle your tampon for you.
What?
Oh, I've got one. I've got
Go on.
one.
That's
That's-
pretty strange,
got
I
one.
guess.
That's pretty
Well-
odd.
That's
Oh.
probably my answer then. There you go. So they're like, oh, it doesn't bother me that you're on your period, and then they handle your tampon for you. That's a bit weird.
That
Yeah.
is weird.
I think that might be weird. That's not something I enjoy.
Can we rewind slightly and go back to the Flintstones? Because Yabba Dabba Doo, I was okay with that. Now we're doing tampons. Ooh, icky.
Well, I
Well,
mean,
what was the answer you were
What a
going to have
weird
before we move on? We've only got one
Can
more
Can we,
question.
can we,
All right,
can we
Dave,
move?
answer.
Can we move on, please?
I don't have. I
you want Dave to
literally
answer or not?
don't
Did
have
you
a
pull
good
out
answer.
tampon, Dave?
No.
Come on, Dave, just make something up. And then she said,
I don't have anything. I can't remember. I've got half a thing in my head, and I just can't remember the details enough.
That's what she said.
I honestly don't have an answer.
I just gave you a tampon story, Dave. That's all I'm saying.
I don't have a tampon story. No one has ever tried to remove my tampons.
well, you should at some point.
You haven't lived, Dave.
Shock syndrome could set in.
I know.
Just have really bad explosive diarrhea and shove a tampon up there, and then then you can have one.
Oh.
Jeez, Mel.
Right, last
Oh.
question.
Yeah, Dave, get on the
Yeah.
Jilly Juice for a week. You'll be there.
Yeah.
No, thank you. Last question. Question 1195. Would you rather be stuck in a glove puppet but be able to control it, or be stuck in your body but have someone else control you with strings?
I think
your-
I don't know why, but I think Melody here should be the one to ask this, answer this first.
Right. Right.
Can I just rewind the question? Could you restate the question, please, Dave?
Would you rather be
No, I'm not. I'm totally not watching her because she's weird. Can you just restate the question, please? I'm totally not looking.
okay? Would
I'm
you rather be
demonstrating,
stuck?
look. I'm
Would you rather?
demonstrating the fact that I'm not looking.
Okay.
Would
you
Stool,
rather-
the fact that your hands there demonstrates you're not talking.
It's called a camera, Jeff.
Peter says, close to me, a woman turns used tampons into face masks. That. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I'm sure there must be more to it than that. Would you rather be stuck in a glove puppet but be able to control it, or stuck in your body but have someone else control you with strings?
I'm gonna have to say the glove puppet.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
love puppet.
You don't like
I'm gonna-
Thunderbirds?
I'm gonna have to go for B. I want to.
God,
be
I hated that
controlled.
show.
I want to be controlled like a puppet.
Well, that's probably out there.
Yeah, it's called Thunderbirds.
It's Team America.
Nerdy says, I'll control Stool. And Deary says, I'd rather have strings. Nasty hands are bad. Never Again says, I'll go glove puppet. People might like me again. Because puppets never grow old. Manda! Cassie, run away. No. Gonna kick me in the chat. Jenny, what did you say? You said glove puppet, didn't you?
I don't want anybody's hand up my arse.
In public.
And yet 3 of them picked glove puppet. That's just... Now the expression on that puppet's face looks very different. Og says, I'll take glove. I have to be in control of my screw-ups. Oh.
Oh boy.
Stool is still... Harmonica Man says, I would take the glove puppet. See, most people seem to want to take the glove puppet.
Well, that's because nobody wants themselves to be controlled by some freak who would tie strings around you like a puppet, like a
Then
marionette.
they'd rather have an entire hand up their arse.
Somebody's
change
scraping
my answer,
their
please?
windows.
Dave,
Well,
what was the actual question here? You didn't
Wait,
say
just 2
anything about
seconds.
hands being up the arse.
Stool says, we've enticed you over to the hand puppet side? You're changing your answer.
I was confused. I was young and I needed the money, so I wanted strings. I wanted to be a puppet. But now Mel is doing this thing, so I really wanted to stick her hand up my ass.
Right, Never Again says, you wrote nothing about hand up my arse. It's a glove puppet. But she says, glove puppets are built to take that hand anyway. Yes. Would you like the actual words for the question? Would you rather be stuck in a glove puppet, but be able to control it? Mel just completely lost it. Or stuck in your own body, but have someone else control you with strings? So it's either basically you're either a Fraggle or a Thunderbird.
Thunderbird.
You still said Thunderbird.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thunderbirds are go.
Release the celery.
It's
Right. I knew he liked Thunderbirds.
Gumby was a better show than that.
That's Gumby.
Gumby.
I'm Gumby, damn it.
Yeah, with Pokey
Well-
the horse.
You just did
Well,
magic.
Mel, did you
Well,
ever
you
see
know-
that video where a guy dressed up in a full-size adult Gumby suit and then approached his dog who had a Gumby toy
Yes.
that he loved?
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was. I really liked it.
Well, you know that old joke about Steve Irwin, don't you?
No.
Well, apparently his favourite puppet show was Thunderbirds, but he had a special place in his heart for Stingray.
Oh dear.
That's terrible. Right.
And on that note,
On that horrific joke, we say thank you very much to Stool, Jeff.
Thank you.
to Jenny, to Mel, and to Hidden Manda. Do you have anything to shill?
Hissy and I should be back on Sunday with our Asterisk stream. We hope. I think also Hissy and I are doing the creepy show on Sit Down with Debunkers this Saturday as well. So, which is always a lot of fun going on there.
Mel?
I just have my show on Saturday at 10 a.m., The Science of. And then on Sundays, I do This Week in BS with Nervardia at 7 p.m. Central. I will be starting an open education resource initiative that I'm doing on my channel where it's general chemistry collegiate level with textbooks that you can actually get through OpenStack. So I'll have a whole series of college level general chemistry that's not involving puppets. So
you're going to be
Yes.
actually teaching this?
yes, and I have the textbook. You too can
Really?
get
And
the.
when does it start?
I'm going to start recording probably next week or the following week, but through OpenStax, you can get your own. It's free. They have a free textbook for chemistry, so I'll be using that because it's readily available to everyone. You can download it, or you can order a hard copy through Amazon for like $50.
And OpenStax?
OpenStax.org, and then I'll incorporate digital and virtual labs along with information so you can take general chemistry at home, and I will be doing an introductory chemistry course as well.
Oh yeah,
I do stuff other
the
than
intro.
harass Stool with puppets. So.
I failed Chem 100 twice.
Yep. So this will be a free open resource for anyone who wants to learn college chemistry. So
It was the math that got me.
The fear is real for the math. So yeah. So check that out there. So it's Mel's masterclass, and so that's what I'm going to call that. So there you go.
Excellent.
Cool. Great idea.
Jenny,
What?
anything to shill?
Well, no.
Stool.
That's okay.
Yes, I would like to shill, if you don't mind. I would like to shill my head.
Go ahead.
The billiard ball?
Well, take one.
For it is beautiful. And also,
You should get an ape tattooed up there.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Charlie Brown. Charlie
it's a good
Brown.
one.
He's a clown.
they tell
Charlie
me I'm
Brown.
not allowed to talk, but when I do, you talk over me.
And what else
We
would you
love
like to
you.
shill?
We love you, Stool.
Yeah, fuck you. So I've got a lovely head. It's
Okay,
gorgeous.
but you're paying for the plane ticket.
Stop
It's beautiful.
interrupting him.
Yeah, get it, Manda. Manda, you're on my side here. These fuckers keep doing this to me. They tell me I'm not allowed to fucking talk, and when I do, they tell me to shut the fuck up. And they talk over me.
Next time,
these are-
next
these are the
time,
most
next time, we're going to give Manda flags. Right, and she's have a green flag and a red flag, and when you can talk, you hold the green flag up.
I think I should get that for everybody.
Carry on.
I do get one. Okay. Timeout, honestly. I get fucking wound up when I get a timeout. So I'm going to wind you up. So you've got to show these people and you've got to follow these people because these people on your screen now are lovely, lovely people. Follow them, interact with them,
Thank you.
and play with them and talk with them because they're utterly beautiful people. I love them all massively. They are funny as fuck. They are brilliant. Also, Manda is a fucking dick and her fanny is massive. So seriously.
An amazingly contradictory statement there as well.
Also, keep in mind that fanning doesn't mean the same thing in the UK as in the US. So, damn it, Stool.
It's fucking huge.
I
But
am
anyway,
never.
So you are basically you are complimenting her. He
Yeah.
also we have to get to the end of this. Stool has a show. Subscribe to him.
Oh, shut fuck off.
Thank you, Dave.
No.
He's almost at 100.
100 subs. Seriously, if you guys aren't subs,
Shut the fuck up.
subs.
Hey, can I show one thing, please, if you don't mind, Dave?
Go on.
I'm not a dick. Yeah, I am. But I need 15 or maybe 14 subscribers on Twitter to get me to 1,000. I don't actually give a shit, but I'll have a wank if it happens.
You'll have a wank anyway. What is it?
I only need about.
Are you gonna
about 20
you're not
Twitter.
gonna live stream that, please. Still,
You might have a cry wank if it doesn't happen.
I'm not going to live stream it because I've actually pre-recorded it.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
it's already in the can, ready to go.
Right. People are leaving before I get Manda.
Manda's got a show yet.
Manda.
On Friday at 11 in the morning, I'm on Godless Grace talking about climate change. On Sunday, I have Dr. Josh on at my normal time, Living Critically, 8 p.m. We're talking about Ezekiel 26 and false prophecy. And then on the 1st is me and Aaron Lewis's first book club stream. We're doing Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, so feel free to get the book and read it. It's not that long. We're doing that with Neil, for Atheist, Junk Shop Library, Julie LaVoice, and Math Pig, and Atheist Donna.
And Erin, obviously.
Oh yeah, it's called Between the Covers with Amanda and Aaron, or Aaron and Amanda.
This is the most boring thing I've ever done in my life.
Is it? Usually is. Right. On that note, I'll say thank you to you all again, and thank you to everyone in the chat. We will. What day is it?
You're welcome. You're welcome, Daddy.
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Tuesday today.
We will see you on Friday. Bye.
Bye.